today, seated with us is an amazing person. We've already been gisting. It has nothing to do with women's color, but of course it has to do with a woman. But we're not here for that. We're here for her to listen to our story and, hear all the things she has to say. Well, we have with us Yetunde Adegbite. She is an entrepreneur and of course she's an advocate for healthy living. In fact, because of her, that's why I had to put one healthy tips today. So anyway, she has a very good background in food science and technology. And of course, she is convenient with nutritious food, and that inspired her to create and establish Dodrella. Did I get that right? Okay, I did. So, with a mission to provide customers or consumers rather with natural, affordable and convenient food products that support a healthy lifestyle. Well, amongst all this, Yetunde is also a professional food technologist that holds an MBA from International School of Management, a mini MBA. What mini? Is there anything like mini? Small MBA. We have the mini MBA from Lagos Business School. And of course, she recently got awarded as one of the top 20 innovators in Africa by the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition, which is GAIN. She is a member of the Sherry Blair Foundation, an alumnus of Faith Foundation, African Women Entrepreneur Cooperative Academy for Women Entrepreneur, and a member of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I should know you. And she, of course, she's currently the Vice President, Southwest Zone of African Women Entrepreneurship Program at WEB Nigeria. She's just researching, cooking, meeting people, reading and having fun. You're here to have fun too.
Yeah, thank you.
It's good to have you here today.
Thank you so much.
Why the mini MBA first?
Well, that is what it's called.
Oh, really?
Yes, because it was a scholarship by BOI and Lagos Business School for selected entrepreneurs.
Right.
And I was lucky to be part of it.
Oh.
And that was what was awarded for that.
Oh wow!
I'm just hearing that for the first time.
Yeah, I am just hearing that for the first time.
It's actually MBA because we spent quite a lot of time. Like a year to run that program. We went for apprenticeship. It's all encompassing actually. But I think the school have its own standard.
Okay.
By which they award
degrees. Okay. Okay. Well, anyways, mini or no mini, we know you have 2 MBAs. Okay, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Well, we'll be ready to listen to you, and of course, we will get to know more about food nutrition, what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat. What's the technology in food? Because when you hear food science and technology, people do not understand that. They just know eat and be healthy and be wise well. So anyways, while we go for that, since I said because of how we have to put in one health tip today, we'll be going for the first tip, break. And of course, the first tip, which helps to increase your heart. That is your heartbeats, just a healthy heart. Let me put it at that. So let's have a short break and the tip. I'll be right back to the studio, cutting the program myself, Patricia, and Yetunde. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay, all right, welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner. Okay, so at least we've asked just one question as regards the mini MBA. So let's talk about you being a food scientist and a food technology first. If you meet a layman and you want to explain or tell the person exactly what you do, how would you put it so that they would understand what you do?
Okay, what I'll just tell them is that I'll help you to get well. I help you to live well through what you eat. So that is just it. Because food is actually a medicine. Most of us just think we eat food for eating sake. But whatever we take into our body has a lot of things to do with our health. It can make or mar us. It's either we are eating to live, or we are eating to poison our body. So that is why I tell people that we don't just eat anything. You don't just put anything in your body. Whatever comes into your body has to be something healthy, something that you know that will be good for your body. Because our slogan is, if you don't check what you eat, you get checked by what you eat.
Of course.
That is just it. So I tell people, I help you to eat, to live well through what you eat.
Live well through what you eat. So invariably, why you say food technologist, could I also say you're a nutritionist too?
No, there's a difference
Different.
between
Okay, so what's the
between
difference? Because people, you are teaching them what to eat. If you don't watch what you eat will,
Will
help
watch
you
you.
watch you.
Yes.
So what's
Okay.
the difference between
No,
that and nutritionist?
nutritionist will help you to go further on the combination of food that you need to take, what it does in your body. As a food technologist, we deal with the science behind that thing. Okay, the chemical composition, the engineering composition, the equipment that you can use to transform that food from its raw state to the next stage, the biological transformation, the chemical transformation. While a nutritionist will analyze the nutrients composition in that food and tailor it towards your health.
Okay.
So that is the major.
It's a whole lot, because as you're talking,
though it's interwoven.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
We have food technologists or a food scientist, and we also have a nutritionist. We also have a dietitian. So it's like different, but one has in-depth, but the other one, they're all still
because
connected.
as a food scientist and a food technologist, you are a food engineer, you are a food microbiologist, you are a food chemist, you are a food nutritionist, so it is everything about food in total. Yes, that is what a food technologist comprises of.
Okay, so saying that, now you've already mentioned it's how you would explain to a layman. So is there any special skill that one have to be able to teach someone about the science of food, not a nutritionist, but how food can be combined and how you can, like you said, make it easy for you to get exactly what you want from a particular type of food?
Of course there is. You have to go to school.
Of course, yeah.
You have to study the course itself, because they have it in polytechnics and universities, and you can also learn about it online.
Oh, really?
There are certifications that they can get, and there's an association, NIFTS. That's Association for Food Science and Technology. That's an umbrella body. So you can go to them and try to get certified with them. So we have that.
That's amazing. Do you have questions?
Yes. As a food science and technologist, can you prescribe something? Let's assume someone's immune system is down, and then the signs showing all over her body that, okay, your immune system is down and all that. Can you prescribe food or things that he or she could eat to gain back her immune system?
No, that is the work of a nutritionist. The nutritionist will work hand in hand with a medical doctor to prescribe that. But as a food technology, when the nutritionist tell you, okay, your food combination will be to go for a gluten-free flour, go for herbal teas. So it is that is where a food technologist will come in, that will produce that gluten-free flour that you need to eat. You understand? Yes. So you process it, whether it is a sweet potato flour, whether it is the unripe plantain flour. For maybe people being diagnosed with diabetes, they can say, oh, you need to be placed on ofada rice, and we as technologists will say, okay, instead of you eating ofada rice every day, you get tired of it. The ofada rice can be made into flour, so that flour you can use it for your pancake, you can use it for your pap, you can use it for swallow,
for pap.
Yes,
wow.
Yes. So you can use it for swallow. Yes. Like
I
tell people,
do you add every other thing you need to add to make pancake?
Of course, if you want to make the pancake, you add your pepper, you add your egg and all. But the base, which is the wheat flour.
Okay.
So for somebody that has celiac disease, it's not advisable to eat anything wheat based. So if you react to wheat, the gluten in wheat, you will be advised to go for a gluten-free diet. So the gluten-free diet is majorly the flour. So you have to get an alternative to that flour, which can be unripe plantain. It can be even sweet potato flour. Because of recent, I started producing sweet potato flour, and I get asked that which one is sweet potato flour again? You people will. I said yes, it is. It is very rich in probiotics. You understand, and it's a power load of digestive fiber. You understand? So it helps to reduce insulin spike in the body, and which is good for people that are suffering from diabetes, and even people that want to just eat healthy naturally, because all these things also helps to reduce cholesterol in the body. It helps to, so you just there are ways that there are some things that you eat that once you start taking them, naturally you feel good within you feel good within your system.
Okay, now I love this. Now this has maybe taken myself back to ask the question I think I felt I should have asked first, is why did you choose food science and technology? Why? What happened?
I've always been okay, like most Nigerian children, our dream is I want to be a medical doctor, I want to be a medical doctor, I want to be an astronaut and all. But I discovered that as I started growing, and there is this thing in me that is always curious about how did they come about this food? Who sat down and think about, for you to make moi, you have to peel the beans, you have to remove these. What is it? So I'm always curious. And my mom of blessed memory, she used to, whenever we're sick, she would like, this lemongrass is good. You should mix the lemongrass with this, and sometimes we don't really take tablets like that. She would just like, oh yeah, go and take the lemongrass. And even in our compound, we have lemongrass, we have scent leaf, we have bitter leaf. You know, you normally use that, and she will tell you, oh, you have cold, you have digestive issue. Just go and mix that scent leaf with this, and you take it and you feel okay. So all these things increase the curiosity in me that why are we not doing something towards this? Then later, my dad was diagnosed to be diabetic. So, you know, along the line, I did not know much about what we eat, and the prescription then was that it will be placed on insulin. It was placed on insulin. We had to restrict his diet. It was like a life death sentence to him already. You know, it was like, why would he be able to eat what
when it feels like
eating? You know, so along the line, he at a point he adhered to the rules of the nutritionist, but because he wasn't used to that, he went back to his normal eating habits. And I didn't really know much about using food as medicine then. Eventually, he died, you know, as a result of that. So because of that, I was like, okay. And then I just gained admission into school to study food tech. So it was while I was studying it, I now started seeing the potentials, the opportunities. I was like, oh, his death is actually preventable if he had adhered to this. He likes swallow a lot. If by that time, if I had known, I would have come up with something like the sweet potato flour and start giving it to him. You know, that will help reduce the insulin spike, and it will limit the amount of tablets he takes, because the tablet actually discourages him. So instead of him taking it morning, afternoon, night, he might just take it once a day, and by that the insulin level would have it would have gone up, and you know, controlling it will be an issue, because it later led to an injury, and the injury was like they would cut his leg, and you know, within a week or two, he died.
Oh wow!
You understand? The same with my mom. He was hypertensive. He went to the hospital. They were treating him, but she wasn't taking her drugs. You understand? And that led to her death. So after studying as a food technologist, I was like, wow, this is what we need in Nigeria. We rely a lot on, I'm not saying people shouldn't take tablets. People shouldn't take the medicine. But also we need to inculcate the culture of looking at our food as our medicine too. And this, you know, we will just be eating it, and it's doing the work already in our body. So we are not obliged, or we are not restricted to, oh, don't take this, don't take that. You understand? If you say, oh, okay, I shouldn't take sugar as a diabetic patient, and I'm a sweet tooth. If you restrict me not to take sugar, I would definitely go back to that taking sugar, because it's more like an addiction. But if I had known that, oh, if I take date powder, which is very high in fiber,
Yeah.
which reduces the insulin being spike, going up. You understand? I know I can always take the date powder, and the date powder, once I take it, is sweet. You understand?
So it replaces your
replaces the sugar. So I'm not restricted. I'm still taking that sugar. I still feel like I'm taking sugar, but I'm actually taking something that is even helping me to reduce control the sugar being going up. So those are the things I look at. Okay, some people get discouraged. They don't like taking tablets. Okay, if they said you should take 1, 2, 3 tablets a day, and you are able to replace that one, maybe the morning time with taking, maybe the hypertensive person can always take the Zobo
drink.
It's not even drink, it's a tea. You're in your office.
Okay,
you
just
put the tea, add your hot water in the cup, and you have your Zobo tea, and you're taking your Zobo tea in your office. You feel you're relaxing, but you're actually taking care of your body.
So now, I love what you just said. Your ginger, I love the ginger. And in your ginger, I got 2 questions. And the first question is, you talked about lemongrass, and I can remember quite well growing. We had flowers, we had very natural fruit. So we were used to taking lemongrass, and we hated it, but we had no choice because he does not want us to subscribe to drugs. So it's always lemongrass with something, with honey, with garlic, with, I don't know. So we're always taking that. Now, I want you to kind of remind us again why lemongrass is actually very good. That's the first one. I need the memories to come back. Actually, I can't remember what it's for. And the second one is, I've met a lot of people that have gastrointestinal, infection, or they have a gastrointestinal, metabolism very slow. Now, you talked about something that actually regards that. Now, what do you think? What kind of food do you think people who have, gastrointestinal problems can actually take? Some of them, they will tell you, take these pills, it will help you, increase your metabolism, to detoxify, to all of that. And whereas there are food they can actually take, like you said, that would even help them, speed up, break down very fast without even feeling maybe constipation, bloated or everything. The 2 questions.
So, lemongrass, while growing up, is a general knowledge that people use it for malaria.
Oh.
So if you have malaria and you take lemongrass mixed with lemon or lime, and you take them and for quite some days, you'll get well.
Oh, okay.
So they are, I tell people, these herbs, these leaves, the herbs that we see around, they are power packed with antioxidants.
Wow.
And something you might be thinking, oh, I'm just taking it for malaria. And the lemongrass is actually helping you to your muscles, your nerves to relax. You understand? So they have lots of benefits that they provide. But the issue with us in this part of the world is that we abuse things a lot. And that is why most practitioners the medical practitioners are not really encouraging the taking of herbs, because people take it as water.
Oh, yeah.
So they just take
One
it and anything, they take this, they take no. So that is why we at our company, we're like, okay, we've already measured it. 2 grams. So you can take the tea bag. Is in 2 grams. You can take 1 in the morning, one in the night. So with that, it's controlled. You understand? And even other things too. We don't only make teas. Even ginger powder, other powders too, the spices that we make, we tell you, take a teaspoon, a day. We are not prescribing it, but we help you to try to control control and manage it. It's the work of the nutritionist or the doctor to prescribe what you need for you. All we have to do is to provide that thing that you need in terms of food. And in our own company, we went a step further by making them into convenient form. Because I can't imagine myself, I want to treat malaria now, or I want to reduce my blood pressure, and I have to start looking for Zobo leaf all around, or start looking for, but once I have it in tea bags, it's easier for me. So I just put it in my cup and pour hot water, and what I sometimes my hibiscus tea, if I want to take it, I infuse it in the morning, put it in my flask, put it back in the freezer. By the time I want to take it, it's chill, and I enjoy my cold zobo.
I do that, but people always say that. Why do you like?
It's
not even for the zobo, like even green tea.
Even green tea, anything.
It.
So it's like you're taking
bad.
it's not. You're taking iced tea.
Okay.
You understand? That's iced tea. So I just like, I enjoy this one. I mean, I put honey and I put it in the freezer. Oh, it's chill, and I take. You know, I'm enjoying it. I'm taking it, but I'm as well doing my body good. You understand? So that is it. Then the gastrointestinal disorder. If you have it, you need to take food that are very high in fiber and probiotic. What is probiotic? Our gari is probiotic. Yeah, our fufu is probiotic. Food that undergo fermentation, yogurt is probiotic, you know. But we underrate all these things a lot. I was telling someone of recent that why is it that when we're young and we have stomach upset, they will ask us to go and soak gari?
True.
We drink the gari and the stomach upset reduces. It settles. We don't know the science behind it. That is where food technology comes in. They tell you the science behind that thing that, it's because this is this, that is why. You understand? So, but we don't value what we have. We feel, our food, we've so much demonized our food to the extent that don't eat eba, don't eat fufu, don't eat this, don't eat that. Meanwhile, everything boils down to portion control.
True.
How are you eating it? How much eba are you taking? Some will mount a mountain bowl of eba like this, and they will take small vegetable. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be the other way around.
More vegetable
and just a feast of eba.
Who eats feast of eba?
By the time you combine it, I actually had to discipline myself to do that.
Really?
I'm telling you. If you give me, I'll tell you, give me plenty vegetable. By the time you eat that then another hack to it is, before you eat, drink water.
I do that too.
Drink water first.
I'm just listening and hearing a different version because I've had doctors say, don't drink water while eating, and after eating, stay for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes before you drink water.
Well, I'm not saying while eating. Before
eating.
Drink water. So that by the time you start eating that food, you won't overeat.
And again, I agree. I agree. I think your hearing is from someone who's trying to control weight, who's trying not to eat too much, who's trying to have portion control. So you taking water before the meal reduces your portion of food taken in. Then you taking water while eating fills you up that you can't even finish the big.
Okay, so why waiting 40 minutes or 30 minutes after eating?
That one I know. We need to call
that because the doctor told my friend that he will finish eating. You know the friend, he will finish eating and don't drink water.
And there has to be a medical reason.
And then I keep saying, why are you not drinking water? You've just eaten pepper. So don't worry.
There has to be
what if the person is about to choke?
I don't understand.
I don't know.
But I think our medical practitioner will help us.
It's different. Yes,
because
it's very true.
Nowadays you just hear different things.
Everybody is a medical doctor.
But what I tell people out of all this is that in everything you do, moderation is the key. Whatever you want to do, even before you eat, even there's a scenario whereby if you take too much water,
of course, it's not good. Yes,
you understand. So it's just to know how to balance things up. And if you are looking at me, I love the fact that take water before eating because it has really helped a lot, and it helps to reduce the portion of food that you eat. Then when you have, I like food though. I tell people I like food before eating. I like food, and especially when the food is delicious, you tend to
eat more and more and more. And I think this is just out there for a lot of people that want to eat. I think. And like she said, Patricia had a different scenario of a friend who eats and, waits 30 minutes. I think that is a prescription from his medical doctor. So that works for him. Does not mean that when you go, like you now, they said, take water before that works for you and what your aim is at.
Yes.
For me, it's take water too. Basically because
before food.
Yeah, before food, and even in between or immediately after the food, because you have to make everything mix up, and because my food, if I eat once, I think it takes a while. Like it could take 12, 14 hours
Even
before I eat another
if I
meal.
eat and I didn't drink water, I'll keep regurgitating, and that's not good enough.
Yeah.
So that shows the food is
not digest exactly. So you can see it's digestive issue. So
exactly.
it's just different persons
So
with
for different persons.
That's
how it works.
Yeah. Anyways, I still have more questions
I do
for
too.
you. We need to go on a short break. Let's digest let's take water too.
Let's take water.
So Shaya, please let's go for a short break, and after the short break, let's take a tip. Any other tip is fine, and we'll be right back to continue the program to learn more about food technology and food science with Yetunde, myself, and Patricia. Stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Super excited to be back again with, of course, Yetunde. We've been having a lot of apologies for. Hopefully she tells you that on TV. Well, we have a lot of our products displayed right in front of us, healthy products, and she has a lot packed here that you can see, from the hibiscus tea to the lemon and ginger to the powdered forms of date, turmeric. If I get it all right, then I get a gift. I know book. Don't try me. Well, let me not waste time on that. So we have a lot of our powdered products right here. So I'm going to start first. You already told us about the zobo.
Yes.
Right, the hibiscus flower. And
let's talk about
the lemon. Yeah, the lemon and the ginger. Yes. So what is it for?
So the ginger and lemon tea is actually the combination of ginger and lemon, which we produced from the scratch. We don't use chemicals
at all,
and we don't use preservative, because that is what our aim is. We don't want anything that will add additional health issues to our bodies. So what we now do is we get our ginger in raw form, we get the lemon in its raw form, and we process them under strict hygienic condition, and we make them into forms that they can stay for a year, 2 years.
Ooh.
So while doing this, we are actually tackling both malnutrition and food insecurity. Because most of the time when we have these foods in season, like I was saying the other time, whenever lemon is in season, we get the lemon, we dehydrate them, we make them into forms that increases the shelf life, and they can stay for a year or 2.
No preservative?
No preservative.
Oh, wow.
So that is what we do. We ensure that we get food when they are in form. We even have other products I didn't bring here. We have tomato powder, and we have
really?
we make tomatoes
Tomato
into powder.
Wow.
Yes, we have carrot powder, and what we basically do is that the food when they are in season. Instead, when you go to my 12, you see lots of waste. When you go to the K2 fruit market, you see lots of waste. So instead of all these things wasting away, we get them and process them and make them into forms that they can stay longer. They can stay for a year. They can stay for 2 years, depending on the form and the nature of that particular product.
Okay, since we're talking of this, now what does this do?
So the ginger and lemon tea is actually, it aids digestion. It's really, really good for our digestive system.
Blossom makes it.
Yes.
So
we all need it. So, lots of people look at it as if it helps with weight loss. I don't encourage that, because our body metabolism differs.
It's different, yeah.
Some people might take it and it helps them with the weight loss, while some take it and it doesn't do
it just
anything.
It
just helps their general body functioning. So it's good for digestion, it's good for flu. So like my children, when they have cold, they have catarrh, I don't buy drugs. I simply use this. I mix it with honey. I give them. And they are fine. You understand? So that is what we use. And when I
I keep smelling it. I'm sorry. It's smelling so natural.
Yeah,
I just
because they are all in their natural. They are all in their natural form. And the thing about the process is that it still retains about 70% of its nutritional value. Because people will like, oh, while drying it, while processing it, all the nutrients is gone.
Yeah.
No, the nutrients are not gone because they are done under strict temperature control. So we have the temperature control because some of them, when you expose them to a certain temperature, all the nutrients are gone. So that is one advantage about the process that we use over sun drying. When you sun dry, you expose it, but this is under a controlled temperature and a controlled environment.
Okay, so that brings me to the question. You know, this is already packaged. Now, some persons, when they want to use this, they open it, then they open the bag and they take out the bag. Now, is there a way to preserve this now in this container that it doesn't lose its nutrients?
Yeah, in sachet.
Okay, so it has nothing.
Yes, once you open this box now, the tea bags are in sachet.
Okay.
So you can just put the sachet on your table and you leave the tea bag.
Okay. So quickly before Blossom asks you questions on your other products, because I know she's itchy, I want to quickly draw your attention to this. They call them agbo sellers, yalago sellers or something. Okay. So these things you use are the things I see them carry. They throw ginger, they throw lime, they throw lemon, and then they sell to people. Is that healthy?
Well, like I said earlier on that the issue we have our herbs, we have all our things that nature has blessed us with. But what we do is the excesses. You don't control what we use. You can see someone will take agbo in the morning, agbo in the afternoon, agbo in the night, and overloading your
let me give you a short story why I decided to ask this question. I have a friend that believes in all this, okay? So like she buys them raw from the agbo people. She could go to the market and see malam that have pressed out all the lemon, not even lime. Lime, not lemon. She'll buy the bottle and she'll call me, oh, you take this in the morning before food. You did. I said, no, I don't have that power. I can't do all that. And then this is her story. She almost died. Because all her system shut down. And she was shaking. Luckily for her, there was someone beside her that held her while she was falling down. And she was rushed to the hospital. And the doctor was like, all this rubbish you're taking. That's why I'm bringing that to you. Because the doctor called it rubbish. Say, all this rubbish you're taking almost sent you to your early grave. And so she was in the hospital for 3 good months and she lost so much weight. So we're now trying to, bring her back to her normal self. Now the doctor referred to all this as rubbish. Why do you think the doctor said that?
Well, the medical practice, there's always been these discrepancies between medical practitioners and the, let me call it orthodox,
traditional.
This is an alternative medicine. We have Chinese people. They come and tell us ginseng, they bring ginseng, they bring, they have their acupuncture, they have that, and they are using it. You understand? So the issue, that was why I said earlier that our problem is that we don't control the amounts that we take. Like that, the person that you illustrated, that person, maybe the line that she's taking in the morning, she might take like a cup. It might be
maybe
up
a
to
cup. Half
a cup,
and it's too much.
So an empty stomach again.
Exactly.
That is too much. You understand? Lime is acidic. It's very acidic. Somebody that has ulcer can't take the ginger and lemon. You have ulcer. You have so some people don't know what to take and what not to take. And some take these things in excesses. Okay.
So no measurement.
No measurement. You understand? And they say, it's agbo. They said it's good. This one is good. That one is good. But you actually, while I was trying to develop this, most of these products are from personal. They are born from what I use personally. I was actually taking beetroot. But along the line, I took injection because I just had my baby. I had hypertension, pregnancy-induced hypertension. So, and I was taking beetroot, I was taking watermelon, I was taking carrots, I was taking hibiscus, and it was just too much. And I went to the hospital, they gave me injection, and that particular place that I was injected they couldn't stop the blood for about 5 minutes. The tissue, the cotton wool they used was soaked. And the doctor was like, what were you taking? What were you taking? So I had to go back and research, and I discovered that beetroot is a blood thinner. Garlic is a blood thinner. Watermelon is a blood thinner. You understand? And I was just combining all these things and just taking them.
I don't know why I'm laughing at.
You understand? So that is why you have to know what you're taking. You have to know the combination that you're taking. Like of recent, somebody told me that he saw on TikTok that they said avocado seed is good for eyesight.
Yeah.
And they said, help me make the avocado seed into powdered form. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I don't have the seed. Go and get it. He got the seed eventually. And after bringing the seed to me, I made it into powdered form, quite right. But I had to go and research on it. What is in this seed? While researching, I discovered that the seed has cyanide. Cyanide is not good. Cyanide is the reason why we have to ferment our cassava to make garri. You understand? And you are saying this particular cyanide is good for eyesight. Meanwhile, it is the cyanide that if you don't ferment it, if you don't ferment your garri very well, it will affect your eyesight. And I have to tell the person that, fine, you've sent me message, I've done your work. This is your powder. But did you research on this thing? Did you know what it is used for? Did you know the chemistry behind it? And the man was like, oh, I saw it on TikTok. I said, TikTok. And you want to use it? I said, please, this and this is what this contains. Even if you're going to use it, you have to take it not often. I said, what do you want to use it for? He said he has eye problem and everything. I said, instead of using this, why not buy carrots and eat? He said he doesn't have time going to buy carrots, be eating carrots like a goat. This. I said, oh, okay, I have something for you. I'll make the carrot into powder for you. So that carrot powder, if they are making your stew or they are making your spaghetti, or just be sprinkling it on it. If you want to drink your tea, you can just put small powder. Just be anything you want to eat, sprinkle the powder on it. So in that case, you are taking in your carrot, which is a very good source of vitamin A. And that was it. So there are all these things. So people will just say, oh, they say lime is good for weight loss. They said this is good for, and they will keep taking it and abuse it. So that is where the issue comes in.
I hope the viewers out there understand.
Yes, understand that. Okay, one last question before we go because of our time. Now, we know about food. You've been saying so much about food, and I've noticed that for science, there has to be a temperature you have to put your food. And like, let's take, for example, this simplest one is your onion.
Yeah.
When you dice an onion, you don't keep it half. You make sure you use everything. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. So there has to be a room temperature for everything. So can you just give us some very normal home food safety that we can, imbibe to protect ourselves from poisoning ourselves?
Yes, like you said earlier, the onion one, I was guilty of that onion one before, because I normally use, if I want to make my egg and everything, I will just slice my onion half and put half somewhere, not knowing that I'm poisoning myself indirectly. So it's better when anytime you go to the market, if you're onion lover, you can just buy the small ones, the one that you can use at a time and finish it at once, or you get your onion powder. We have onion powder too. So you can just get it and sprinkle it on anything you want to do. And for your food, I tell people that if you want to get anything food, try and treat your food as if you're treating something very delicate. Don't be careless about it. If it is good for you to get a freezer, freeze the ones, your leftovers, put it in a pack and freeze them immediately. If it is the ones that you need to put in the fridge, put them in the fridge. Don't just let your food, because there is this new thing now that is happening. They call it fried rice syndrome or so. That's for people, if you finish cooking and you just leave it at the room temperature without packing it inside somewhere, maybe your fridge or refrigerator, and you just put it on the fire, you put fire again and just mix it. Maybe you cook it in the morning, you came back at night and just put it on the fire again. It could be deadly. but most people don't know.
Why? Why?
Because
would they be
there are some bacteria that might have been acting on that food. You've left it at room temperature for a longer time. So what you need to do is that maybe you finish and you know that this food I can't finish it. Pack it in a container, put it in your freezer. When you come back, bring it out, warm it. Not just leave it at a room temperature there, because you don't know what could have happened between that morning and night or afternoon that you come back to.
Especially when you don't even cover them properly.
No, even if it is covered. You know, bacteria, microorganisms, they operate at a room temperature mostly is favorable to them. It's slight in temperature, either cold or hot, that affects them. So if you leave your thing, something that you just cooked for a longer time at a room temperature, there's every possibility that the microorganism might have started acting on it. You understand? And it depends on the kind of microorganism that is acting on that food.
Listen, can we talk about one or two of the powder?
Yes, we want to talk about let's talk about not even the turmeric. Let's talk about the Iru. Iru is the one that is quite different, because I know a lot of people use Iru, and I feel like if I want to use Iru, I cannot even add Maggi and salt, because it has that component already.
Umami flavor.
Yeah, you understand? So tell us the health benefits of the Iru. For you to have blended it, then definitely it's a very good one.
Iru is a condiment that we are sleeping on. Let me use that word. It is a complete I don't know how to put it. It's a healthier alternative to our bouillon cube that we use. I did one seasoning the other time. I just mixed Iru with onion and with crayfish and as a local spice. And I must tell you, I didn't even need to add any bouillon cube to that for it to. And it has a lot of Iru too, is a probiotic, like I said. And it's very good for
the eyes, yeah.
You understand? But people will like, it's Iru now.
It smells.
It smells. You understand? Just like they say fufu smells. Meanwhile, fufu is very good. You understand?
Sorry to cut you short. Talking about fufu now, we've had a story that they say they ferment fufu with omo. Okay, so
yes, that is where that is why I advocate. My company cannot do everything. We have good companies out there, good entrepreneurs out there too, that are doing something unique. It all boils down to the kind of person that is producing that thing. The heart. You're giving people something that they will eat, that they will take into their body, and you're using a chemical.
So it's true.
It is. They use it. So that is why I said, if you want to purchase anything, look for professionals in that field that you can be buying from. If you want to get your gari, there is odorless fufu. I have lots of colleagues, entrepreneurs that are producing odorless fufu. And if it is even the one that has odor that you want, they give it to you. You understand? Instead of you buying the one that you don't know the source and the kind of processing that went into that.
Okay, so
no, it's not everywhere.
I will have to actually cut the because our time is already up. But before you go, I just want you so that we can reach to you. People out there can reach to you. Your social media handles, and if you have a website, how can people reach you? Your business phone number too. So please, very quickly.
So you can reach us on Instagram at Jodrella, JODRIELA at Jodrella. On Facebook at Jodrella. We have a website, www.jodrella.com. And you can reach us on our line 090-93-933-975. That is our company line. And 080-621-90558.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that one. I hope you enjoyed the program though.
Very well.
And thank you so much for educating us a whole lot about food science and technology. It's been very beautiful with you. And thank you all of you for joining us on the program. It's been amazing back to back, and I really enjoyed the program. So please be safe out there. Like she said, watch what you eat, or what you eat will watch you.